Hi, this is I with K. It's about time I took a dive off the deep end and plunge into PC building. Gaming on console annoyed me way too much, and I wanted my son to grow up gaming the right way. I've done some basic upgrades to pre-builds in the past.
I'm sorry!
But it was time to get serious and combine all the disparate points and tips skimmed from YouTube into creating my very own potato. Most of the parts used were sourced from Micro Center. Save for the CPU cooler, I'm recycling because nothing says love like cleaning out dust with a brush for an hour. Check out this Fractal North case. Smell the Swedish design in the wood. Really tickles the boomer itch for wood-paneled station wagons and sauna for me. If I'm lucky, maybe it'll smell like a sauna too. There's plenty of space inside, and this leather tab adds a je ne sais quoi. The North comes with a little rig that allows you to add side-mounted fans. You can have it blow air directly on your GPU, which in theory will help keep it cooler. Be sure to measure your cards first. A chunkier boy might be way too wide to fit with the side mount. This 7600 is discreet enough to handle it though. My goal with this build is to be able to run a good game like Deus Ex on max settings. No, not Mankind Divided. And other intensive stuff like using Google Chrome with multiple tabs and checking your email, not to mention hacking the Icelandic databases. And for all that, we're just going to use this 700 watt power supply. Middling, or meh, just like my life. And it's going to get the job done. It's not like I'm running anything too spicy here. As you can see, it's non-modular, so you can't remove the cord pasta. And as of recording, this Thermaltake hasn't exploded no matter how many hours of RuneScape I pour into it. But this kind of configuration's a little cheaper from what I've seen. Plus, my son loves the bubble wrap. The ASUS Tough Gaming motherboard looks kinda try-harder to me, and that's not helped by the fact that it came with some circle jerk looking stickers. But the specs were right, and so was the price, so I'll take it. And yeah, there will always be something better out there if you wait long enough at a better price, but you know what happens when you keep waiting for perfection? You get nothing done. Besides, buying more components now just gives me an excuse to start some massive server, which will never just be a pipe dream, and it won't just turn into a huge landfill of e-waste and packaging the size of skyscrapers, which will inevitably fall and crush me in call your brother fashion. Anyways, when you're building this stuff, it's important to follow the golden rule. Take it easy. Oh, and reading the manual. You should definitely read the manual. Definitely do that before you start trying to put anything together. So really, those two things are the golden rule. It's really so simple. You just put the thingy where the other thingy goes, and it's that easy. Hold on, am I supposed to actually explain what I'm doing in each step? About thermal paste, I know you'll have plenty of opinions. You'll know how to do it better, but this is my approach to it, okay? Spread it. Last I checked, there wasn't a shortage of thermal paste. Plus, I had read online that the X3D chips run hotter, so I thought it was smart to use my tool slowly, apply the paste evenly, just like I would at your sister's house. Sorry, that was rude of me. I'm just a little punchy because it's taken me like 4 months to make this video. And now they're starting to tell me that they're gonna come for me if I don't get it done. So really, it's just a stressful time. Look, let's just start over. We both said some mean things to each other. I will apologize if you apologize. So there I was, feeling really confident after spending an hour cleaning this cooler. And what did I forget to do? I forgot to follow the golden rule. And it all became a struggle once I started to put on the cooler. I figured I took it apart fine, so I should be able to put it together like a Lego set. I was thinking, man, what the hell, I shouldn't have to be afraid of anything here, so let's just do this shit and get it done. Only problem with that is that I completely forgot how to put it back together immediately once I started doing it. So I had to try multiple times, unfortunately. To give the old cooler a little extra oomph, I decided to mount a second case fan and secured them tightly together by using Velcro. Velcro's great, you can cut it however you need it. They're easier to adjust than those annoying plastic zip ties that cut your fingers when you're trying to use them. And because the Velcro isn't going to be always peeled apart, you can adjust them very tightly and they'll stay really secure. And that means since it's really tight, the fan won't usually make a lot of noise. The progress you make can be so nice, especially when you spent the whole time thinking you broke something or you messed up the placement, but discovered that it's all alright. It makes you so confident. Coño! Working with the cables and securing everything was a bit more dicey than I anticipated. Space inside the case really begins to fill up quickly. So I found it best to pre-connect as much as possible, where possible. So what I mean is that it's better to connect the fan header wires and things like the GPU cables before assembling the final components together. You know, you're being nice to your future self. It's always a great thing. I'll level with you. The little power cables are just a bitch. There's no two ways about it. I had to constantly adjust and redo them because you miss one little spot or you put it in the wrong place. I'm sure there's a really good way of prepping these cables beforehand. Maybe watch a better video to figure out how. Next build, I'll test out some methods and see what works best. Cable management was pretty easy with this case, and while I'm sure I could have made it perfect, I decided I wanted to finish making this build sometime this year. It was really easy to put together the case again once the insides were in place and tested. This is where the Fractal design case came in especially handy, with the metal plates that just slide in and lock in place. Super satisfying clicks. See, nothing was too hurt. All the panels fit and it's all working like designed. And what does my son think? Getting this thing to the BIOS screen and wrapping up the build felt like an achievement. So if I can do it, you definitely can too. Oh wait, I forgot the sponsor! Sign up for Audible.com!